Yo my dudes, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we'll be test driving the Overseer to see how he does as the latest chap to drop in the contest. So let's go. To showcase his massive damage potential, I specifically chose this path in 7.1.6 that has Eat Crow and Buffet. You'll notice that the Eat Crow node overlaps with the Overseer's immunity to Nullify, Fate Seal and Stagger, but what this node allows him to do is build up those stacks and stacks of those passive furies. And other than that boys, the Overseer also has ultra long reach on his heavies, as you just witnessed. So basically, this long reach heavy allows you to find other openings against stun immune opponents to proc those taunt debuffs. Alright, and not to mention as well a nice little bit of burst damage whenever you punish opponents that are recovering from their own heavy or special attacks. Overall, I find him really easy to use, and one of my most favorite rotations is the 2-1-1 rotation, which is SP2 followed by 2 SP1s to finish off the fight. Alright, so up next against Mr. Sinister, we're going to be adopting a similar approach, but we're going to be switching it up a little bit with a 2-2-1 rotation. Up next in the Scarlet Witch fight, you'll notice that besides gaining Gamma power whenever I push the opponent over a threshold of a bar of power, I also rapidly gain Gamma power whenever they attempt to nullify my buffs. So basically what this means is that against opponents who try to nullify your buffs, you've also got another avenue to rapidly build up your Gamma power. And that's gonna rapidly increase your attack output as well. Yep, so okay, even though Scarlet Witch is constantly draining my power on a regular basis, I'm still dishing out quite a bit of damage on her because she allowed me to rapidly build up to 6 charges of Gamma power. Which means, all in all, even if you can't activate your Cosmic mode, you can still count on all those charges or stacks of Gamma power to compensate for that. Okay, so as we make our way onto the Doctor Doom fight, which is the highlight of this path, what's standing in our way is a Venom Pull. So let's burst him down. Alright, so we've reached the Doctor Doom fight, and you are in for a treat, my boys. As you know, Overseer is immune to Nullify, which means you no longer have to live in fear whenever Doctor Doom fires off his SP1. Why? Because he's Nullify immune, which means Aura of Hazareth cannot remove any of your buffs, and in that case, you won't suffer any shock damage. Alright, so coming up right about now, as we bait out this SP2 from Doctor Doom, check out this sequence over here, boys. We are just gonna burst him down and combo him into oblivion. Alright, so up next against this Archangel fight, I want to show you boys how he's also able to build up Gamma power by hitting into Archangel's block. Why this happens is because when you do so, you are gonna attempt to proc poison on yourself, but because he's immune to poison, instead you build a Gamma power. And yet another interesting interaction I noticed at fight start is that Liquid Courage will proc a Gamma power on yourself because of his poison immunity. Which is kinda interesting if you think about it, because in his description it states that when an opponent's ability fails, you gain Gamma power, but in this case, it's your own ability, or rather being immune to your own poison from Liquid Courage, that causes you to gain a Gamma power instead. So, is it a bug? Alright, and what Nullify, or rather what Anti-Nullify showcase would be complete without going up against the King of Nullifiers himself? So here in this fight, you'll notice that Symbiote Supreme's attempts to nullify my buffs backfire on him, because it allows me to rapidly gain all those Gamma power. So even though he himself is not gaining massive amounts of power, I still have another way to gain Gamma power. Alright, so up next, it's time to rank up Overseer to rank 3 and unleash his true damage potential. So this repeat fight against Ebony Maw with now a rank 3 Overseer, I was more accustomed to using him, so I was able to easily punish him whenever he threw his heavy with my own heavy. And also whenever he threw that SP1 over there, you notice how I closed the distance and also punished with heavy as well. So basically, as long as you throw 2 light attacks, it allows you to close the distance and reach opponents at the end of the other side of the screen. So yeah, tell me that reach isn't insane, boys. So earlier, if you recall, we took 65 hits to finish off this Mr. Sinister. Let's see how many hits it's gonna take this time. Alright, so as we reach the end of this first impressions showcase, I'm gonna leave you boys with my final thoughts on the Overseer. And before I sign off, I wanna wish you boys a wonderful week ahead. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out and take care.
If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you